We are live, sir. You can...
Live?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good evening, everybody. How are you? Long time no seeing. And because of technology, we are meeting here. That's a good thing about technology, and we are using it. From last number of months, this thought was there in my mind to connect with you, because whatever videos I send you, I don't know. Uh, I forces you to write the comments on those videos, but this is one way of telling you everything through my expressions. And I'll take just 55 minutes in closing this presentation. After the presentation, I will tell you why this presentation I'm going for. What are the reasons for this? So number one basically is what? If you look at the transparency, you'll find that my slide says, what are your dreams? That's the number one thing, because everything starts with you. Your dream is to become a zonal manager, or your dream is to become a national sales manager, or divisional head, or vice president, or president, or CEO. What do you want? There are two ways you can say that. If I say, what is your dream? You can say, I want to become successful. Very unspecific, very vague. And the second is, you pinpoint, I want to become divisional head. I want to become vice president. And I tell you honestly, in last couple of quarters, number of people have been promoted and they are leading the division, right? Both, I mean, out of them, maximum are from south side. Shishir Nayak from south, right? Chandrasekhar from south. And who knows, the third, fourth, fifth person would be from south side. So point basically what I want to convey here is that it is not you belong to which side of the country. What is there in you? That's a very, very important thing. And we strongly propagate and advise everybody that instead of saying, I want to become successful, you specify what is the definition of your success. Is it vice president or CEO? At least share this with your wife, your parents, your friends. And because my belief is, whenever you share, you become accountable. Otherwise, if I say I will become vice president to myself only, and I don't tell anybody, I'm not responsible. By saying it to everybody, you become accountable. Becoming accountable is very, very important. Now the question is what? How do you achieve your dreams? So look at this video. I mean, this is how the journey starts. The first is your hard working. Keep trying, keep experimenting. And when you experiment, you fail as well. But with failure, you gain experience as well. And as you fail, as you get experience, one thing comes in you, that is wiseness, intelligence. Because by reading a strategy, by reading a book, you become only intelligent. You become wise and you become accountable. When you continuously keep on doing whatever you're doing, despite of failing. And then you know what happens? The growth starts happening in you. There starts some kind of a growth, some kind of a productivity, some kind of a impactfulness, and growth brings one more thing in you. It spreads your reputation. What in a number of cases it has been seen that by those people, those who are very hardworking, they never say die kind of attitude. They keep trying, keep failing, but keep doing something. They become impactful. Impactful in doctor's chamber, impactful in chemist counters. They can do very good survey. You give them any area, they're so impactful, they convert the area into good area, bad area into good area. And then they start bringing growth and productivity. And based on that, after a few years, they build some kind of a reputation and credibility. Their reputation is not only pertaining to their headquarters, their area, it spreads around you. It spreads in the state. People start talking that Shishir Nayak is very effective, Chandrasekhar is very effective. And you know what happens next? You get right opportunity to become vice president, opportunity to become general manager, opportunity to become zonal manager. Success is in the end only, but before that, there are many steps: hardworking, experiments, failure, experience, impactfulness, productivity and growth pattern. You build reputation, and after years of continuously impactfulness and reputation, you get some kind of a opportunity, and then you achieve that. This is a journey actually. Now, what you call success, this is a shortcut. I want to become successful, but once you define that, it has many steps. So if you follow this particular line, I'm sure something nice will happen. In the end, because in the end, it's all worth all the efforts, all the failure you basically encounter during this journey. In our life, generally, when we are rep, when we are first line, even when we are second line, you solve lot of tactical issues on day-to-day basis. On day-to-day basis, whatever come in front of us, we try to solve it. Doctors, C&F, stockists, retailer. These are 7-8 kind of problems on day-to-day basis we see. And your role in an organization, if you see the first step basically is what? Operational. There you grow by moving from tactical to strategic and structured problem solving. Example, focus on day-to-day running. When you start your work, your focus is call karna, do a call, do a market survey, go to stockists, come back, giving samples, giving scientific material, detail level process of specific outcome, execute by team and managers. Are you acting in alignment with strategies? Whatever alignment, whatever strategies are being given, you start working on that. What is tactical? You make 3 months to program and work accordingly. You focus on specific business department. I'll make better calls. I will do more growth. I'll focus on this product. I'll focus on this area. I'll focus on this medical rep, right? These are tacticals. And then comes a bigger picture. Bigger picture means you develop a habit of thinking. You develop a habit of brainstorming. You develop a habit of writing, and you develop a habit of making sure you're making 1 year whole program. As a medical rep, how? What should be done? I have 175 doctors, and these 20, 30 doctors are very tough. They write competitors' product a lot. In next 6 months' time, and next 9 months' time, this is my strategy to convert. These my 2 products or 3 products are not increasing in terms of growth. I have specific planning for these doctors. I'll use my resources in such a manner that I'll bring better growth. This is strategical. Now, I give you some example. Problem is, junior said there was a product shortage at C&F. Tactical. I will ensure products was available. He tactical. But strategical. I do data analysis, right? Why the demand has increased? What is the lead time? In how many days goods can come? Is there any shortage from factories or anything else? And then I make some kind of a strategy around this. Next question basically is what? This RCPA not being done in a certain area. I reach out to medical rep. I say, why you're not doing it? Please do RCPA. It is very, very effective. Strategical. I talk to the second line manager. I talk to the first line manager. Understand the problem, understand the medical rep's weaknesses, understand that medical rep does not understand the importance of RCPA. Then I work on that. Sales of a product has dropped in a certain area. Sale has dropped. I will say tactical, sir, I will increase the call average. Will focus more. I will train my juniors for better detailing. I can say like this. On the second side, I go in the area, I evaluate internal reasons. Is there any politics? Is there any problem? Whether the medical rep is weak, strong, untrained, trained, what are the relationship with medical rep and manager? What are the external reasons? Who are the competitors? I will completely analyze competitor sales, competitor trends, what competitors are doing. And based on that, I'll make a strategy. That's a basic difference. Are you using data and feedback to keep the right checks or not? That's a question you should ask. Now the question basically is what? How do you plan to grow your organization? Start with the data. And I tell you honestly, most of the sales reps, most of the area managers, most of the regional managers, they don't like data. Once the data comes in front of them, it brings headache to them. They feel bad, they are not happy, they feel like why this so much of figures have been given. But I tell you, sir, start with the data, but final call is always gut, it is informed, it is intuition. Two things I say here. Just imagine one thing. Why do you go in the field as a manager? Why do you go as a medical rep in the field? You go to the stockist, you talk to the CNF, you check your data, you check your sales and trend. What basically is a reason for that? Your internet connection is unstable. Okay. Why you're going over there? The answer basically is what? You're going in the field to take feedback. When you meet a doctor, you ask questions, sir, how is the product? You go to the nearby chemist, you take a feedback, whether Dr. Saab prescribed my product or not. What competitor is he prescribing? Actually, you're going over there to see, check, get information, feedback. There are two things. One, figures in front of you, written figures. That this is your sale, this is your trend, which company provides you. You get this from CNF. You get this from the company side. The second is you get feedback from doctors, chemists, stockists. What kind of feedbacks are there? Some feedback, they speak to you. But some feedback, you get through their body language. How they're behaving on the basis of that. And mind you, sir, your intuitions, your convictions, your gut feelings, right? When you talk to people, develop when you are amongst people, when you are talking to your people, you're listening to juniors, they are giving you ideas without telling you. They don't know this is an idea. They'll just talk in journal, something about a competitor, something about their own mind. So this should be done. They don't see that this would be a great idea. Sometimes by listening only, you get the ideas. Going deeper, identifying gaps, taking risk, and full-scale execution. If you sit alone, you sit in an office, you sit at home, you don't meet your medical reps. When you're meeting your medical reps, even then you're not meeting your medical reps. How? Because your phone is there in your hand and you're checking your phone. You're talking to the people, those who are not present at that headquarters. And I can tell you right now, many of you are right now checking your phone. You're not listening to me properly. So my basically one thing I just want to speak to everybody. If you're working with somebody, if you're listening to somebody, give your 100%. If you want to evolve, you want to learn more, give your best. That's important. Stay close to data, but don't lose human touch. When you meet people, listen to them. Listen to doctors. listen to medical reps, listen to first line, listen to stockist, chemist. Do you understand? And now I tell you something very important. For two reasons, I've called this particular meeting, this presentation. I want to make you understand. Do you understand the meaning of entry barrier? What is the meaning of entry barrier? Entry barrier means there are three meanings. That you have a monopoly. No other company can bring the product. That means what? You have patent for 15 years. Right? But to bring this patent product, companies work for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, then one product is being invented. Like in our case, we became the second company to invent didigestone. Second is, some multinational gives you in license. And then you have 4 or 5 competitors, not 40 competitors, only 4 or 5. All 4 have same price. 40 competitors would not be there. This is your area. And last is branded generic, when you have a lot of competition. This is a entry barrier. Here, entry barrier that there can be 50 competitors, 60 competitors. Entry barrier is minimal. You launched, you were ahead of your competitors. You had 30 days advantage. After that, everybody brought. You cut down the price. After 3 months, everybody cut down the price. You cut down, you improve the taste of a product. After 6 months, everybody was tasty. You changed the size of the tablet. You made it flavored. You made it smaller. After 6 months, all the competitors have the same. Try to understand. That's the entry barrier. How much time do you think you have before the entry barrier drops? And I give you example for that. Example is, in the case of patent, it is quite a big time, 15 years. In the case of in-license, you have 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And now, after this, I'm talking about this DMF grade API. What is the entry barrier? I can tell you, in next 6 months to 9 months time, most of the companies will start bringing DMF grade API in their products. That means what? You have an advantage maximum of next 6 months, maximum 9 months, no more than that. That means you have just 6 months time to make sure that mankind is known for DMF grade products. So my question to you basically is what? Are you really giving your best for this or not? Are you creating this kind of edge or not? It has been 6 months since we started our DMF grade journey. And now these competitors are just checking you, watching you, how the DMF grade API products are doing. And they're just sitting, and very soon they will bombard the market with their brands. A, B, C, D, 10 more competitors are in the pipeline. And yet, we are not great how to talk in doctor's chamber about DMF. That's the problem. Are we taking a first mover advantage, or are we just wasting time? And my question, my answer basically is what? We have wasted a lot of time in this, lot of time, because I tell you on the basis of what? When I met your managers, senior managers, middle managers, I was really disappointed to see number of managers were unable to detail DMF detailing effectively. That's my problem. How do you ensure that we are always ahead? Through differentiation, right? And now I tell you, there can be different kind of things. But before I come to this particular slide, I should tell you how I perceive DMF grade detailing should be done. Number one, doctors have only 2 minutes or maximum 3 minutes for you to detail the products. Number one. Number second, you must understand in every product or in most of the products, there can be maximum 1 special point or maximum 2, 1 or 2 backs, if that's all. There cannot be 3, 4, 5 very USP, very special unique selling points. You don't have knockouts more than 1 or 2. Generally, what we talk, my product is economical. But that's a kind of a line we have said number of times. So in my opinion, whatever special point is there, how do you talk in doctor's chamber? So let me detail you. If I'm a doctor, I'm a medical rep or a manager, how will I detail DMF grade detailing? It should be impactful. First 10 seconds are the most important, right? So generally how people do. Sir, I am Rajeev from Mankind. So today I will not speak much about anything. So today I'm here to detail about DMF and this and that. All, I'll say bullshit. All wastage of time. So effective detailing is how? Sir, whenever we export any drug to USA or Europe, FDA passes that product. And FDA is very strict with quality controls. The tests are very stringent. FDA says the API, active pharmaceutical ingredient or molecule, the molecule in the brand should be of DMF grade. Whenever, if I go in doctor's chamber, I detail like this. Whenever, sir, we export any drug to USA or Europe, doctor says that, whenever I export any drug to US or Europe, the FDA says the product should have DMF grade API. And DMF grade API, because have 99% plus purity, not accuracy, purity, right? Then they say you can export the product. Keeping same in mind, sir, we have brought DMF grade API in Glypta grade, in Lipi Rose, in this product, in that product. Because our belief is whatever an American citizen should get, whatever quality product he gets, Indians too should get the same quality product in India. And again, sir, at Indian prices. That's the endeavor of Mankind. And that's one reason, sir, we have brought DMF grade API in Stat Pure, in Lipi Rose, in Glypta grade, in Gestoza. 40 seconds detailing, that's all. Sir, this indication, that indication, this molecule, that molecule, this milligram, please prescribe. Leave it. Just leave it. Simple detailing. Sir, whenever we export anything to USA and Europe, FDA, which is very, very stringent with quality, says the product should have DMF grade API, because DMF grade API have 99% plus purity. And that's one reason, sir, our belief is whatever an American citizen should get, the same quality product, Indian should get. And that's why, sir, we have brought DMF grade API in our Glypta grade, Lipi Rose, this product, that product. This is how in first 40 seconds you detail, and next 20 seconds you can say this contains this milligram, this contains that milligram. The point basically is whatever time we have got, we should not waste first most important time, first most important seconds in introducing, talking, this, that. No, straight to the point, because doctor is busy. Whenever we export any drug to USA and Europe, FDA says the product should have DMF grade API, because DMF grade API has 99% plus purity. And that's one reason, sir, we have brought DMF grade API in Stat Pure, because our belief is whatever an American citizen should get, the same quality, highest quality drug, Indians should also get at Indian prices. And sir, whenever in India, whatever we make, the purity can be 96% or 97% or 98%. But in DMF grade, it is 99% plus purity is there. That should be impactful detailing. This is where you should really talk about. And tell me one thing, if I ask you, don't you want, if your parents are ill, they should get what an American gets? Or your child becomes ill, you don't want that quality product? Sir, I tell you honestly, this is a revolutionary strategy of Mankind, and I promise you, in next 6 months' time to 9 months' time, every company would follow this. I mean, we have good nose for these kind of futuristic things. I mean, if 25 years back, we were good in combinations, we disrupted the market by cutting down the prices. This is equally amazing strategy, and we don't want you to miss out. Use it to the fullest. If you're not using it now, you're wasting time. What else can you speak? Please prescribe. Thank you so much. Most economical. What else? Every time you need some kind of a innovation. And today, the biggest innovation is DMF. We are so excited. This can really change the world. You know what I advise is, what I see in future? All branded products of mankind, 100% should become DMF grade. We have a generic division. Generic division means plain products. But if not 100%, at least 70%, 60%, in next 2-3 years time, our every product should become, or 5 years time, that should be our try, that should be our endeavor, should become DMF grade API, because that's the purest form of API. We take the hit on our profits. Why? Because it should help you in doctor's chamber. You should really get advantage over competitors. Why doctor should prescribe your product? Because product should have something special. And when something special is there, but you do not know how to detail that. And can you detail without practicing? Nahi sir, nahi kar sakte. You cannot detail. You know how much practice I do every day? 1 hour. For this slide, for DMF, or any session I take. I give myself 1 hour every day in the morning, 6:30, every day. Not from today, not from last few months, many, many years. You cannot give. Homework is required, sir. Preparations are required. And then you can have packaging innovation, you can have product innovation, and then you become a big in size. We are number one, and then that's the biggest entry barrier. Constantly create differentiation before we become too big to beat. This is what we basically want. I ask you a question. Do you know who invented this Microsoft Teams? Who invented this watch? Who invented this free shipping returns? So do you know what will you say? Sir, I know. Microsoft Teams was invented by Microsoft. This Apple Watch, this watch is called Apple Watch. This must be invented by Apple. Or Amazon invented this. Do you know what the answer is? The answer is no. You know who invented? Slack was one company who invented Microsoft Teams. Xiaomi was one company which invented this watch. Zappo was one company which invented this free delivery and returns. But who got the advantage? Microsoft, Apple, and Amazon, because these companies were slack. They were slow. They did not take the advantage. Now my question basically is what? Who basically brought DMF grade API in India? Mankind. Who should get the benefit? You, mankind or competitors? But my question is, how long do you have? Do not let any competitor take their idea and beat you in your game. That's my question to you. How do you, my question is that, how long you have got? 3 months, 6 months, not more than that. So after 6 months, if a competitor comes in doctor's chamber and says, sir, my product is DMF, great. So doctor should say, oh yeah, mankind wala. The mankind also people brought this. So you should take the mental space of doctors. Then you would be winner. Otherwise, no. You know why I'm talking to you? Only for 2 reasons. One is DMF. The most important thing for me is DMF grade, API detailing, how you present it. That's the most important thing. And the second is what? How do you use the resources? And I tell you, people do not know how to use resources. What are the resources you have got? You have 330 calls. That's your resource number 1. You have your samples. Resource number 2. You have scientific literatures, scientific CMEs. These are your resources. These are called resources. Now, how should you divide your resources? You divide the resources into 2 parts, 80% and 20%. 20% resources you keep separately and 80% you utilize. But how to utilize your 80% resources? Allocate your 80% resources based on the product size. Example, Moxie-kind CV or Tell Me kind contribute in my sales 15%. So my 15% calls, my 15% samples, my 15% resources, my 15% time should be spent on these products. This is how I should do it. Spend should be directly proportionate to sale. And what about this 20%? And where this 20% should be used? Identify an extraordinary product and idea. For example, you say, this product, for example, sitcom, for example, my Aviva, for example, my Hapakind. I consider these are my great products. So I will out of this 20%, I'll spend 10% on this product. But I want 50%, 100% double sale of this product. This is how resources, time, energy, money are being divided. Otherwise, just think of a medical lab, think your practices as a manager, as a rep. You fill your samples, you go to doctor, you detail all the products. You give samples as your wish. You use the scientific resources as you wish. Do you check which product is contributing how much sales in your sales? Check it and then spend the time. Then spend the resources. And I promise you, you'll get much better sales, much better. Set unrealistic expectations from the potential product. You're launching a new product. So take 5% from these resources and spend on the new product. Set your 20% budget for new launches, for experimental ideas. And 80% spend as per the sale size of the product. But problem basically is what? How we act. My Moxie kind is good, my Tell Me kind is good. Without spending time, without calling doctors, without giving trust, they will remain good. It does not happen. Competitors will beat you. Competitors are taking a corners. That happens. Is your detailing on the point? And that's why I'm talking about this. I talked 70%, first 70% time in doctor's chamber should be talked on 1 or 2 ideas. That's all. That's all. And how impactful you talk. That's very, very important to understand. Know your doctor, conduct a survey before I'm visiting a doctor. What doctor likes, dislikes. And he has got just 1 minute, 2 minutes for you. That's all. Don't waste first 1.5 minutes. The minute you open your mouth and you say, please prescribe, sir, my product. Please understand, this doctor meets every day 20 medical reps like you every day. They 20 medical reps detail like you. If you're very specific, if you're very different, if you're just special, you're to the point, hitting, connecting, then he will listen. And also, please understand, you must speak 50%, 60% in your native language. Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, whatever is your language. 50, 60% you speak in that, 20, 30% you add English. That's the way you should detail. Problem is what? Somehow, in trying to speak in English, we lose the soul of the product. We lose the real content. That's a problem. English is not the point. The point is what sensible thing are you talking? Whenever, sir, we export any drug to USA, Europe, FDA passes that product. And FDA says the product should have DMF grade API because DMF grade API have 99% plus purity. In India, whatever drugs we have, the purity is 96% or 7% or 98%. It is not 99% plus. So in mankind, sir, our endeavor is, don't you think, sir, whatever American citizen gets, highest quality, Indian should get at Indian prices, sir? And that is what mankind is doing, sir. Can you speak in 40 seconds, 30 seconds this? It can be very impactful. So you should talk like that. If you talk like that, first and rest 30 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever please prescribe and whatever price and whatever that, rest of the information. Problem is what? In first 70 seconds, we give journal information, and just like any other, the most important points are being spoken without emphasizing. Have you seen my passion, how when I'm detailing DMF? Because I'm very excited, extremely excited. I see if we can work on this product, it can change Indian pharma industry's thinking. I can promise you for that. And please understand, please believe in us. We have nose to sense the future. This is one reason this company has come to this level. We know these things. And that's why please work on this. Next time, if your detailing is bad, you'll have a very bad time, sir. I can promise you for that. Look at this. 70 bullet motorbikes, 200 iPads. We can increase the prices. We can make 100 bullet motorbikes. If you're detailing great in doctor's chamber, what we basically want, that your quality, your substance in doctor's chamber should really come to a different level. When you speak, people should listen. And you cannot speak good without doing homework, preparation at home. That's a must thing for you. And hardly I've seen people doing it. So you will soon see what. We are so excited. We have signed Mr. Kumble, legendary bowler. We have signed Mr. Ganguly, legendary captain. And they are brand ambassador for Mankind for DMF grade drugs. You know why? Because we want to educate to everybody, common public, doctors, chemists, everybody. And this campaign will start from 1st of May on television, on social media, all channels. The way we basically campaigned for Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, Mr. Mohanlal, Mr. Vijay Satapathy. That kind of a campaign will happen. We're so excited. So please understand, in next 6 months' time, you'll find that at least 250 SKUs will have DMF grade API in our own products. Right now, we have 65. Why I'm talking so much? Why we're spending so much of money? You know why? Because we see this will change the game. This will change the thinking of pharma industry in future. Remember my words, sir. And this is one reason I basically called this meeting. That's a major reason, because I was totally disappointed to see a number of managers, the way they were detailing about DMF. If managers are poor in detailing DMF, if they are not really worked hard, if they do not know how to use resources, how can I expect medical labs to be doing it? I hope I try to give you my message a bit more passionately. I'm like this only, because I just want somehow, can I transform my conviction into your mind? And get as excited about DMF grade as I am. I'm very super excited for this product. Extremely excited. I feel this is future. So please work on it and make it happen. And I wish you all the best and good luck. And have a great 23-24. This year should be great in the history of mankind. All the best. Work on DMF and work on resource management. Bye-bye. Take care. All the best. Thank you so much.